welcome to my Animal Crossing island. It's called Korokoco, which is a fuse between Legend of Zelda Koroks and Sonic Frontiers Koco. Those are my two favorite games in addition to Animal Crossing. Above the airport, we have my city square, which is based on Station Square from Sonic Adventure 1. That's why there's a bunch of cars. If you go above that and to the left, we have Nook's Cranny and Blather's Museum. I like to keep them together. Then below that, we have the beachgoers. That's Monty's house. Right next to Monty on the left is going to be Eugene's house. I differentiate between their houses based off of the doors. And then right next to Eugene's house on the left of that is Rosie's house. Going back up above the beach houses, to the left of Blather's Museum is the town square, which is the plaza. And Sherb is right there with his broom, sweeping it up, as he should. Right next to that on the right, we have the Able Sisters shop, and then I made another makeshift shop with a bunch of storefronts and a bike. Below that is a beach with my campsite. Tried to make it cute. And then we're going to go off to the right. We're going to cross the bridge, and this is going to start the world tour. So I have a bunch of areas that are based off of the continents on Sonic Unleashed. This one is based off of Chunnan. Right underneath it is an area based off of Adabat in Sonic Unleashed. Directly to the right of that is the fishing dock, so Captain's there, and then I got all of those fishing things from the fishing tourney to make it a little more appropriate. Above Chunnan is Spagonia with a bunch of walls, and I tried to make it look as Italian as possible. Above that is a little forest that I like to think is based off of Rhea Island, and right behind that is a area based off of Kronos Island. Both of those areas are from Sonic Frontiers. There's some of the islands that you can visit. Right behind Kronos Island, I passed a bunch of butterflies, and I came up with this little stage idea of Koroks and Kocos playing instruments, also because I'm a musician and I thought that was really cute. I'm gonna go to the right side beaches now. So directly next to Rhea Island is Aries Island, and if we go behind that, we're gonna go to Chaos Island. So I have a volcano that I am approaching here with a bunch of Cocos, and then if we go down the lava trail, which the volcano actually does erupt in Sonic Frontiers, we see a robot figurine, which I like to think is representing Knight, which is the boss you fight in Sonic Frontiers. Another Sonic area I have, I gotta collect some seashells. Another Sonic area I have is based off of Sonic Adventure 2, which is another one of my favorite Sonic games. I have a satellite pointed at the moon to represent how Eggman blew half the moon up, and then I have a rocket coming out of the pyramid as well as the gun truck. If we go to the left of Rhea Island and directly behind the Station Square area, we have all of my houses. This is Marina's house. Right next to Marina's house is Poppy's house. Right next to Poppy's is Phoebe's house. She's right there fishing. And then next to Phoebe's house is Marty's house. All of these houses are in rainbow order. There's a gap between Marty's and Opal's house, but Opal's house is next. And then is Sherb's house. And then right next to Sherb's house, he's already out there, is Rod's house. Now, to explain the gap between Opal and Marty's house is the entrance to my house, which is based off of Hyrule Castle. That's why there's a lot of stone, and I also put a lot of flowers there because I like flowers and I like to think it's decorated. We're going to go through and explore the left side of the island now, so we're going to go past all these houses, and this is the Legend of Zelda area. This is based off of Satori Mountain, which is why there's cherry blossoms and petals on the ground. And then right next to that is a Korok puzzle with the apples. And then right next to that is a little silent shroom, or rather a big one. There's some wells as well as some stones to represent Hyrule during the upheaval. Then below that, we're coming into Apotos, which is another continent in Sonic Unleashed. And I even have the fortune cookie cart in the back to represent Chip getting his chocolate sundae supreme. I even have a windmill representing Windmill Isle. Then we're going to go through Apotos again, and we're going to go underneath it to another beach. This beach actually represents Emerald Coast in Sonic Adventure 1. I have the little flags as well as the pool. We're going to explore more of the upper left area of Korokoco. So above Apotos is the Wave Ocean boats, and then above that is Big's fishing area, which is why there's a treasure chest, and it's a really big lake, so I really like how it turned out. Above that, we have Rivali's Landing, which is a little observation area. And if you go up a bit, you might notice some houses. Let's go see what those houses are. So those are actually connected to my house, so we're going to go back up those stone steps. And as we're going to the town in the distance, you can explore the left side of Hyrule Castle with a bunch of wagons and horses and basically a nice foresty vibe. This is Terrytown. The reason I use the small houses is so you can see them in the distance, but now we're going to explore a little bit more of the upper left corner of Korokoco. So we're going to go past these houses again, we're going to go past the Legend of Zelda area, past Satori Mountain, and we're going to go past and squeeze through past the boats, and now we're at Missouri, which is another continent in Sonic Unleashed. I have the Missouri flag right behind there, and behind that is Gerudo Town, which has the tents and the fire and the castle walls that remind me of Gerudo Town, and there's some areas for cooking as well as some hydromelons and some mushrooms, and then there's another horse with a wagon to represent Legend of Zelda and how things are in that game. To the right of Gerudo Town is an apple orchard because I love collecting apples in Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. I don't know why, I just do. So I had a bunch of apple trees up there. Apples are not my native fruit on this island though. It's cherries, but I just really like the idea of having an apple orchard. Going past the houses, we're actually going to explore some of my house. So we're going to go up, and we're going to go up to my house, and we're actually going to go around the lampposts and the festival flags, which I used to just decorate my house to make it all nice and pretty. Directly in front of my secret beach is a little korok forest, got the master sword, and then on the left of that is an Oranos Island flower field with a little chaos emerald shrine in the back there based off Sonic Frontiers. And then to the right of korok forest is a chow garden. So I have some chows, some eggs, some bunnies, some palm trees to represent all the things that you can do in the Chow Garden in Sonic Adventures 1 and 2. Now we're exploring the right side of Hyrule Castle. Again, it's got some trees and some wagons and some flowers and rocks to represent the nature of Hyrule. And one more surprise is that I have a pipe. It's directly in front of my house behind the wall, so it stays a little hidden, and then it comes out at the city square right behind that makeshift building that I made with the storefronts and the bike. And if we go directly in front of the plaza and we take that crosswalk, it takes us back to the airport. Alright, so this is my dream address as well as the full map if you would like to visit, and if you enjoyed this video, like and subscribe. Thanks, bye!